Mass Effect, you know, any top kind of title that releases. They don't have this crap nowadays. I mean, they hire professional studios, they get proper actors in, and I mean, voice talent actors too. They don't get like TV and film people that can't get a job anywhere else, and they come in and try and act. I find with screen actors, they tend to overact and they get really into their kind of voices and stuff, and it does not sound natural whatsoever. The stuff in BioShock was done really, really, really well. I encourage anybody to check it out. The voice work in that is fantastic. We had two more. Yeah, I won't even talk about this one. This is mad.
I guess you're what they call an uninvited guest.
So what are you going to do with me?
I'll throw you into the sea after I get you.
See that bloke there on the front cover? This dude here? That's him. He's going to throw the dude into the sea. I mean, come on, right? Another line from this same guy.
Why would a hireling soldier like you run such a risk to torment me like this? Why?
Garcia, nobody can hire my feelings.
Come on, man. Jeez. Oh, this one, oh god, this one's brilliant. There's a little gap in it. It's not the end of the line, it's just a little break, but try to listen out for it, it's fantastic.
I'll burn you to death with these flames. How do you want it done, rare or medium?
Sorry, I don't like roast pork.
That's like a Bruce Willis line, man. Come on. Alright, anyway, the last one. Now, this has to be the worst of all. This game is bloody absolutely terribly shocking for voiceovers. I've got a couple here. The last one's quite long. I'll just kind of go through them so you guys can check them out.
Sarah! Be careful. The dolphins. Please save them.
Come on, Sharon. Let's go back to land together.
When you get back,
What?
would you have an ice cream with me?
So yeah, she's dying and wants an ice cream when they get back to land. So yeah, anyway. Now this, if I ever find a developer doing this in a game, I'll smack them in the teeth, man. This is absolutely ridiculous next time. I'm going to play it, and it's a conversation between a man and a woman.
What's the matter, Dubois?
John, it's a facility check. I have this strange feeling.
That doesn't sound too good.
Oh, definitely. It's from the air unit area. It's howling at the top of its lungs. I wonder if it's wearing down.
Can it be fixed?
Oh, not right away. Oh, by the way, Commander Clancy was looking for you.
Okay.
I'd never want to run into that woman in a dark alley. That would scare me. Can anybody spot what's wrong there? Right. I mean, come on, man, you know? Like what, there are no women in the world? No one that'll come in to do voiceover lines, so we've got to get a guy to pretend to be a woman. Come on, right? Now this last one's a bit long, it's a minute in length. What happens in the game at this point is, well, you kind of hear that there's a couple of guys and well, this third guy turns into a monster, right? And it really scares the crap out of him. And this is kind of when this voice line takes place.
Let's go back, Chief! This is bad!
We haven't finished our mission. We have to save the doctor.
Please, no! You saw how that guy turned into a monster.
I know. That was strange. Yes, this is Mayor.
This is Clancy. What's the situation over there?
Besides the air system being down, there seems to be no major damage. Also, one of the survivors turned into a monster.
A monster? What are you talking about? Anyway, save the doctor, and hurry up and start the Navy area docking operation. SEALs are on their way. We'll leave the final solution up to them. Over and out.
You heard the man. Let's go. Mookie, pilot me around the Navy area.
Wait! Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. But on the condition that you give me my vacation 1 week earlier. Then I'll take you around the Navy area wherever you want.
Okay. I'll see to it you get topside earlier.
All right. I gotta get out of here. This place gives me the creeps.
What the hell? Come on. So anyway, we're going to keep moving on. So that's bad voiceover. I hope everybody understands what bad voiceover or bad dialogue kind of sounds like now. If you're working on a game and someone's giving you that kind of stuff, Yeah, just get rid of them. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, you know? This is a professional industry. We need professionals in this industry, not this stupid amateur crap. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is killing the industry. It's quality. It's about quality. It's about quality titles. It's not about cheap, dodgy rubbish like this. So anyway, so that was bad dialogue. And here's a couple of videos of what I think is pretty good dialogue, stuff that's coming out in kind of recent years that I think is really, really quite cool. And the first example is from Halo 3.
We're not leaving him here.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, crazy fool. Why do you always jump? One of these days you're gonna land on something as stubborn as you are. And I don't do bits and pieces.
I find even though Halo 3 had some really stereotypical characters, they were done really, really quite well. And regardless of the game type and all that sort of stuff, whether you like the game or not, the production side of the voiceover was done really, really well. I played through it a couple of times just to hear the voiceover. I played through it twice. I never heard the same line of dialogue twice. Never once. Never at all. Never heard the same line of dialogue. And that attention to detail really kind of sets that apart in terms of dialogue compared to every other game. This is kind of an older example from Nintendo 64, which was recently released again on Xbox. This is a conversation between Conker. If no one's familiar with what Conker's Bad Fur Day was, he plays a squirrel who goes out to a pub and gets really terribly drunk one night, gets hungover, wanders home, but he kind of gets lost along the way, wakes up with a terrible hangover, and has to go through this big elaborate adventure to get back to his house to see his girlfriend who's cheating on him with a panther. Totally makes sense. And this is a conversation between Conker, who's very, very hungover, and a scarecrow.
Oh, you trying to help me out?
Actually, yes, maybe.
Okay. What's your name?
Ready?
Beardy. You haven't got a beard.
No. Ready. Verdish.
Okay, Birdie.
You see those buttons? Actually, you'll find that it got text sets to it. And, well, actually, press B.
Press B.
Oh, yeah. The light goes on. And it's noise ting. Press ting noise. Press ting. No, ting. That's it.
That's it?
Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant characters in that game. Wonderful, wonderful characters. Very, 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 very kind of well written. Great dialogue and that kind of thing. Really sets it apart from other games that were on the 64 at that time. So it's really, really cool. And of course, there's a clip from Half-Life 2.
Gordon? Couldn't snap out of it. You're staring at me again.
Oh, it's warming up nicely.
Are you sure you don't want me to swap out the polarizer?
That's not necessary. Just checking for potential modular interference in the interspacing. Conditions could hardly be more ideal.
I hope so. I'm sorry, Gordon. I can't help thinking that this isn't going to work. We should have listened to my father and done it his way. It's just, this is the first time I've had any hope of really striking back at the Combine. And now we're sitting ducks unless we can get this thing running. Come on, Dr. Kleiner.
So again, great characters, really well written, really well acted out, really sets the emotion for the game. Very, very important stuff. Really well done. So I kind of felt that was the best way to sum up what good VO is like and what bad VO is like. Just kind of pay attention to the other games that are out there. It's very, very important that people get really well written characters into the game. And wonderful kind of talent to record and act those parts out. I think that's very, very important, very integral. So we're going to move away from dialogue and stuff at the moment. We're going to talk about music to kind of finish up. It's a little bit to go, we're about halfway. And music's an interesting topic to talk about with developers. I find that music is... I met a guy in the States who was trying to be a stand-up comedian in Santa Monica. It was really, really difficult. It was a very, very tough industry over there. And we were talking one night and we came across this really cool kind of realization that comedy and music are both very, very similar in the fact that everybody thinks they have a great sense of humor, and there's a lot of people that think they have a great taste in music. And I'm not knocking anyone. I mean, if you like that type of music, that's absolutely fine.